Okay, fine. What we had discussed in the previous class, can you just try to recollect and tell me the things? What we had discussed, that is day 2. I think in the yesterday class, I have given the complete clarity about REST API. That means the introduction is what I have told. Correct, right? Okay. At least some 20% have you understood what is the meaning of REST, what is the meaning of API, what is REST API, why it will be used. Okay. And what about your notes? Have you updated your notes? That is very important. Okay, fine. I'll be asking few questions. Just tell me the answer. What is port number? What is port number? I want a quick response from your side. What is port number? And in today's class, you will be learning completely technical things related to Django. I'll be starting Django today. Okay. No, I'm just asking what is port number? Think and answer what is port number. In the previous class, I have explained, right? Just try to recollect. What is port number? That's all. So it's very simple. The definition, whatever I have told. Port number is a unique number. See here. Port number is the address or unique number generated by process scheduler under the control of what? Operating system. Similarly, port number will be used in order to execute the task or processes available on the RAM, and simultaneously it will happen under the control of process scheduler. That is technically referred as what? Context switching. And when it comes to networking, what is networking? Basically, networking means what? Establishing the connection between the two computers is called as networking. Whenever you want to establish a connection between two computers or two systems, what is compulsory? What are the two things that are necessary? Please be very quick in telling the answer. Let us not waste the time. Okay, very good. In order to establish the network, don't you think IP address is required? Second one happens to be the port number. That means it is very simple. IP address means what? It's a number. It's a, what I can tell, name given for the computer, or it's a unique number given for every system. Using the IP address as well as port number, we can establish the network. Is that clear for everyone? Shall I proceed further? There is day 3. Today happens to be the day 3 demo class. Okay, great. Let me just write one technical term. I don't know whether people would have heard about this technical term or not. It happens to be client server architecture. Have you heard about this particular technical term? Client server architecture. Please do respond. Client server architecture. Have you heard about this? Okay. If it is yes, then you have to guide me while writing the diagram, all those things. Just observe here. Let me just do one thing. Let me just write the diagram. It's a very simple diagram. For example, I will tell this happens to be the client. I want everyone to pay attention while explaining. Don't write anything. Later you can write your notes. This happens to be the client machine, and this happens to be the server machine. I can just tell this is client, this is server. Next, in between client and server, don't you think if the information has to exchange between the client and server, there should be an internet? Yes or no? There should be an internet. Okay, very good. Observe properly. I'll just tell this happens to be the internet. Now my question is very simple. As a client, for example, you are the client. For example, you are the client. Next, this happens to be the server. I'll just tell this is client, this is server. I want everyone to observe properly, guys. No one I'm telling. Please try to understand the example in a very proper manner. As a client, what is your duty? Please do respond. Have you used Instagram in browser? How many of them used Instagram in browser? I don't know whether you people would have used Instagram in browser. Yes or no? Have you used? Sir, we have used Instagram only in mobile, sir. We have not used Instagram in laptop. Have you used in laptop or desktop? Yes, 100% the chance is there. You can use Instagram in laptop or desktop. At that point of time, what you people will do? It is very simple. you people will open the web browser. I will tell inside the client machine. That means client machine means it may be laptop or desktop. Maybe you will open the web browser. I will just tell technically this happens to be web browser. Web browser. Okay. Can you just name some web browser? Name some web browser. Please be very quick. Google Chrome. Okay, very good. Google Chrome. Next. Firefox. Firefox, which is the product of Mozilla. Firefox, which is the product of Mozilla. Next, Internet Explorer, which is the product of Microsoft. Internet Explorer, which is the product of Microsoft. Next, Safari. If you people are using Macintosh, then you will be using Safari. That is Apple. I will tell Apple. It's a product of Apple. Like this, plenty of web browsers are there. I have just listed on some of the web browsers. That's all. Listen properly. Sir, why you're listing out web browser? Later, I will tell everything. That means the definition, all those things I will tell. But right now, for the time being, please observe. These are the web browsers that are available. Like there are plenty of web browsers, but I have just listed on only some few web browsers. That's all. Now, what you will do as a client, don't you think if you are opening the web browser, that particular web browser, it may be Google Chrome. Assume that you have selected Google Chrome. You are using Windows and you have selected Google Chrome. If you have selected Google Chrome, don't you think that particular web browser will be running on one port number? How many of them will agree with my point? In your client machine, if you open the web browser, see here, if you open the web browser, 100% that web browser will be running on one port number. Now, please don't ask me, sir, what is port number? 100% in the yesterday class, clearly I have told. I will just tell port number. Assume that the port number happens to be a random port number is what I'm giving. Maybe 8989 I will tell. Don't you think your client, that means the client machine will be having the IP address, 100% yes. The client machine will be having the IP address. That means the computer will be having the name. Already I have told how to check the IP address. Whenever you want to check the IP address of any machine, maybe in Windows, what is the command that I have to enter? Very good. ipconfig. Now this question is very simple. You will open the browser. I will just tell this happens to be the browser. In the browser, something you will type in the browser address bar. Technically, this is called as what? Browser address bar. In the browser address bar, if you want to open Instagram, don't you think you will enter www.instagram.com? Yes or no? That's correct, right? You will enter www.instagram.com. At that point of time, what will happen? Don't you think already your machine will be connected to internet, as well as there are a lot of server machine who will be having the connectivity to internet. Don't you think if you are entering www.instagram.com, at that point of time, what is going to happen? Observe properly. If you click on enter, then technically request will be sent for the respective server from the internet. Yes or no? Or via internet, that particular request will be sent. Technically, it is called as request, or some of them might be calling it as input. You can call it as request or you can call it as input. Is that clear? Guys, you're sending the request or input to the Instagram server. Now you have to tell me the proper answer. Think and answer. There are so many servers who will be connected. That means there are so many servers which will be connected to internet like this. Within this particular server, don't you think Instagram will be there? I'll just tell this happens to be the Instagram server. I'll just tell this happens to be the Instagram. This is Instagram server. Think and answer, guys. Think and answer. This is Instagram server. Don't you think the Instagram application should be running somewhere else within the server? Yes or no? Instagram application should be running somewhere else within the server. Guys, right now within the client machine, somewhere else the web browser is running. Correct, right? Somewhere else the web browser is running. Similarly, the Instagram application will be running on one server. That means within the server it will be running. Okay, sir, what is the technically called as? Technically, it is called as what? Right now, in order to access something, you'll be using what? Web browser. Similarly, in order to provide the response, the Instagram application will be deployed or it will be available within the software called as web server. Is that clear? Guys, don't get confused. See here, this is client machine. This is client machine. This is server machine. Fine. It's a machine, client machine, server machine. Within the server machine, web server will be there. Web browser is a software, web server is a software. Are you able to understand? Don't worry, I will write it here. Web server is one software. Web server is a software. Similarly, web browser is a software. Similarly, web server is also a software. Don't worry, the definition, all those things I will take care. You don't worry about that. But right now, for the time being, please understand web browser is a software. Correct, right? Google Chrome is a software. Firefox is a software. Internet Explorer is a software. Like that, web server is also one software. Sir, can you just name some web servers, sir? 100% I will name the web servers. Please name some web servers. Example for web servers. If you people are aware of web servers, please do tell me. If you're from Java background, 100%, maybe forget about Java background. Have you heard about Tomcat? It is a product of Apache. Okay. Similarly, have you heard about Glassfish? These are the web servers that are available in the market. Guys, there are plenty of web servers. I'm just listing out, that's all. Glassfish is the product of, I think it's JBoss. I think it's JBoss. Similarly, IIFS. Sir, what is this IIFS, sir? Internet Information Security. What is IIFS? Internet Information Security. IIFS, it is the product of Microsoft. It is a product of Microsoft. Next, the last one I can just tell, there is some web server called as Jetty is there, or Ryzen is there. Like this, plenty of web servers are available on the market. Assume that Instagram will be using some web server in order to run the application. Is that clear, guys? Please do respond. Is that clear? In order to run the application, inside that particular server, web server will be used. Now tell me, don't you think this server machine will be having the hard disk? How exactly my client machine will be having the hard disk, RAM, all those things? Don't you think the server machine will be having the hard disk? Yes or no? Yeah, 100% this particular server machine will be having the hard disk. As normal when it comes to hard disk, this is how I will represent the hard disk. I will tell this happens to be the hard disk. Already I have told I am very bad at writing the diagrams. Please do bear me. Now see here, inside this particular web server, don't you think Instagram application, I can just tell this happens to be the app. I'll just tell Insta app, I'll just tell app. App means what? Application. Don't you think this application will be running in one port number? How many of them will agree with my point? This application will also be running on one port number. Why? Because who knows, within that web server, there might be so many applications that will be running. But for this Instagram application, there will be a dedicated port number. Maybe I can just tell the port number happens to be 8888. Simply, I'm just writing the random number, that's all. Now tell me, this application will be developed using Python. Assume that this application is developed using Python. If it is developed using Python, now you have to think and answer whatever the request that is coming, 100% that request will be sent for this particular application. 100% the request will be sent for this application. Now tell me, this application is responsible to provide the response. Yes or no? This application is responsible to provide the response to the internet. From the internet, whatever the response you got, that will be displayed here. Now the answer is very simple. Please tell me, whatever the request that has been sent to the app, that is Instagram app, do you think the application will send the response? Please do respond. Do you think the application will send the response? 100% the application will send the response. That is true. Response, or some of them might be calling it as output. Anything you can tell. Response or output coming from the app. Now tell me, this application will send the response. I will agree with your point. Whatever the response that is there, I can just tell response will be sent from application to the internet. From the internet, the client machine will get the response. But my question is very simple. This app internally, it has been developed using any programming language? Yes or no? Or it would have used any framework? Assume that they have used Django framework. If they have used Django framework, 100% Django is built using what? Python. If it is built using Python, you should tell me the answer. What is the extension of Python file? Think and answer. What is the extension of Python file? Very good. .py. The extension of Python file happens to be .py. This first .py file is responsible to provide the sign up page or a sign in page. Sign in or sign up, anything, sign in or sign up. Think and answer. Python file. Do you think this Python file is responsible to provide the response? This Python file is this Python file is responsible to provide the response. 100% no. Sir, why, sir? Why this Python file cannot provide the response? Why? Because what kind of language your web browser will understand? I want everyone to tell the answer. This is Google Chrome. This is Google Chrome. This Google Chrome will understand what kind of language? Let's please be very quick. Don't you think it will understand HTML? Okay, I'm just telling. The static page and dynamic page, correct, right? HTML is just one language. I'm just taking simple example, that's all. But 100% you can send the response in the form of Angular, that is the updated version. But the basics is what I'm teaching right now in order to give you the clarity. Assume that HTML is what the browser will understand. That means you cannot send the response in the form of what? .py file. That means, don't you think what we have to do after developing the Python application, we have to integrate the corresponding HTML file. How many of them will agree with my point? We have to integrate the corresponding HTML file. Now tell me, what is the extension of HTML file? .html. This .html is responsible to provide the sign in. Why? Because the user is requesting for sign in. Correct, right? That means what is going to happen? This particular HTML file will be there, right? This HTML file will send the response. This HTML file will send the response for this particular application. That application will send the response to the internet. From the internet, you will get the response. Sir, what is the response, sir? You will be getting the response like this. Please enter the username. Please enter the password. Like this, it will be displayed. Yes or no? After entering, there will be one button. Maybe the button happens to be login button. How many of them observed this one? Guys, I cannot write the complete diagram. That means how exactly the UI will look like. I'm just writing the rough figure, that's all. Correct, right? Maybe the username and the password. Maybe what you people will do, you people will enter your username. I'll just tell the username happens to be, I'll just write my username. My username happens to be Sandesh. I don't remember my Instagram username. What is my Instagram username? Seriously, I don't remember. What is my Instagram username? I think it's Sandesh6460. Yeah, Sandesh6460. That is what my Instagram username. Okay. And after entering the username, don't you think I'll be entering the password? Sir, what is the password, sir? See here, this is what my password, my Instagram password. You can just log in and you can just check it out, whatever the transaction happened or whatever the messages happened. I'm just kidding, that's all. Observe properly. After entering the username, that is Instagram username as well as the password, you will click on login button. Correct, right? If you are clicking on the login button, guys, once again, I cannot write the arrow mark and all. Why? Because it will be more confusing for you. If I click on login button, don't you think again the request will be sent from the internet to the application? Yes or no? Will you agree with my point? Guys, I'll not be writing the arrow mark and all. Why? Because it will be very confusing for you people. That is the reason. After entering the username as Sandesh6460 and the password, if you click on login, 100% again the control comes here. From the internet, request will be sent to the application. From the application, don't you think? First, it came to sign in. Right now, don't you think? Whatever the request, it will come to another Python file where I have written previous. That means where I would have written. Sir, what is this Python file name, sir? I'll just tell this happens to be the Python file. That is the reason the extension happens to be .py. I'll just tell this particular Python file happens to be login. That means after login, whatever it has to be displayed. That is the reason this Python file is there. I'll just tell this .py file is dedicated for login activities. Now think and answer. This Python file alone cannot provide the response. That is the reason there will be a corresponding HTML file. Yes or no? There will be a corresponding HTML file in order to display the login information. That means after clicking on login, what has to be displayed? For that, already I have written the HTML logic. I'll just tell .html. Right now, this HTML will send the response. As you're able to understand, I'm not reading the arrow mark. Now I'm telling I'm not reading the arrow mark. But you people should understand. Is that clear? See here, this HTML file will send the response. That response will be sent for the one more page, or in the same page it will be reloaded. Technically, these things are referred as what? Response. How many of them understood? Please tell the answer. How many of them understood? Whatever the diagram that I have written. Yeah, technically this is only called as what? Client server architecture. Is that clear for everyone? Yes, please do respond. Is that clear for everyone? Technically, this is only called as what? Client server architecture. I'll just tell this happens to be the client server architecture. Let me just copy paste client server architecture. Okay. Let me just increase the font size. Okay. Is that clear for everyone? Yes, please do respond. Is that clear? Now you people should tell the answer. Don't worry, I'll be giving the definition that is secondary. What is web browser? If someone is asking you what is web browser, what should be your answer? If someone is asking what is web browser, what is your answer? Web browser. What is web browser? It's a very simple question, whatever I'm asking. It's not a very difficult question. Guys, trust me, it's not a very difficult question, whatever I'm asking. It's a very simple question. Okay, fine. Just tell me what is the question that I have asked. No, at least just tell me what is the question that I have asked. What is web server or web browser? Web browser. Guys, it is very simple, right? Web browser is a software which is used to send a request from client to server. Yes or no? Web browser is a software which is used to send the request from client to server. Please look at the diagram, easily to understand. Similarly, what is web server? Web server is a software which is used to provide the response to the client, and it provides the environment to run our application, to run our web application. Yes or no? First point, web server is a software which is used to provide the response for the client, and it will provide the environment, or it will provide the space in order to run our web application. How many of them understood the definition, whatever I have told? Is that clear? Just do one thing. This happens to be the diagram number 1. I'll just tell D1, I will tell. Please take the screenshot of this diagram number 1. I hope you people would have taken the screenshot. Okay. If you have taken the screenshot, let me just share you the notes. That is day 3. Okay. Client server architecture. You have to write the diagram. After the diagram, you have to write some note points. See here, diagram number 1 you have to write. Afterwards, the note point. That is web browser is a software which is used to send a request from client to server. If you're able to see the diagram, don't you think easily you can understand the definition? Guys, do you want to that means will you by heart the definition, or will you understand the definition? 100% you should understand. Guys, never ever by heart. Is that clear? Next, web server is a software. Look at the diagram. Web server is a software which is used to provide the response to the client, as well as it provides the environment to run our web application. Is that clear? Shall I proceed further? If it is clear, I will proceed further. Don't write anything. Maybe in your notes, or else in the sheet of paper already I have told while attending the class. I hope you are sitting in front of one sheet of paper and pen. Please take down the heading as client server architecture. Client server architecture. Either it may be in your notes. Leave sufficient amount of space. I will give 10 seconds of time. Please go through the definition of web server and web browser. Please go through the definition. Who is client? Client is the one who wants the information. Who is server? Server is the one who will give the information. Is that clear for everyone? Please do respond. Client is the one who wants the information. Server is the one who will give the information. Yeah, what is request? What is request? Input which is been sent from the client to the server. Yes or no? You want me to write those note points? Yeah, if you want, I can just write it here. Client is the one who needs information. Next, server is the one who provides the information. Next, what is request? Request is nothing but the input sent from client to server. Yes or no? Next, what is response? What is response? Response is nothing but the output sent from server to client. Yes or no? Guys, are you able to understand the points whatever I'm writing? Client is the one who needs information. Server is the one who provides the information. Request is nothing but the input sent from client to server. Response or respond, whatever it may be. Response is nothing but the output sent from server to client. And now the question is very simple. When it comes to request, how many category of requests are there, or how many types of requests are there? Please tell me. When it comes to request, how many categories or how many types of requests are there? When it comes to Python to database connectivity, that means if you have connected your Python with the database, 100% you would have heard about this. What is that? Very good. DB request. Have people heard about DB request? What is a DB request? Database request. DB request means what? Database request. Next, web request. Sir, what is this web request, sir? Don't worry. Just now I have seen, right, in the diagram I have written www.instagram.com. That is only referred as what? Web request. Sir, what about DB request, sir? Don't worry, when it comes to Django, I will teach the DB request as well as the web request. Yeah. Now, first, I would like to consider the DB request. Let us just take the DB request. Please tell me if you are aware of this, well and good. If you're not aware of that, don't worry, 100%. When it comes to Django, as days progressed, I will teach. Please tell me, when it comes to DB request, whenever I want to connect Python with the database might be anything. Assume that Python will be acting as a client, MySQL will be acting as a server. Observe properly, guys. See here, client means Python. Python will be acting as client. That means Python software will be acting as client. Next, MySQL software will be acting as server. In order to establish a connection between the client and server, there are certain protocols that you need to follow. Yes or no? As best example, I'll just do one thing. I'll just share you the screen. That is the whiteboard. Assume this happens to be the server. Sorry, this happens to be the client. This happens to be the server. I can just tell this is client. Who is acting as client here? Python is acting as client. Next, this happens to be the server. Who is acting as server? MySQL. I hope you people are aware of MySQL vendor. It's a software. It's a workbench. MySQL is acting as what? Server. Now the question is very simple. Whenever you want to establish the connection between client and server, that is Python and MySQL, there are certain rules and regulations that you need to follow. That means you need to follow certain protocols. Which are the protocols? Can people tell me the protocols? Please be very quick. What are the protocols that you need to follow? Yes, it's very simple. Don't think first you have to tell the host. That means from the client, if you are connecting to a server, you have to tell the host or the IP address. Host or the IP address. Next, you have to tell the port number. You have to tell the port number. Guys, you might be getting the doubt. Sir, IP address of which machine, sir? You are connecting from client to server. That means, don't you think you have to enter the IP address of server or client? Think and answer. Think and answer. Guys, you are trying to connect from client to server. That means you want some information from the server to the client. That means you have to enter the IP address of server or client. Very good. Server, not client, server. Server IP address you need to enter. If the server is in the same machine, for example, Python is also there in your laptop, MySQL is also there in your laptop, then you can use the same same IP address, right? Because both the software are there in your laptop. But in reality, you have to give the IP address of server. Next, port number of the application which is running in the server. Yes or no? If you are aware of the default port number of MySQL, please tell me the default port number. If you people are aware of MySQL, 33. What is the default port number of MySQL? 3306. Correct, right? Which is the 3306 or what? I want the response from your end. Default port number of MySQL. Okay, correct. 3306. Similarly, you have to enter some other protocols. Which are the protocols that you have to enter? The third one happens to be user. You have to enter. That means the username you have to enter. Fourth one, you have to enter the password. Next, you have to enter the database name. You have to enter the database name. All these things you would have learned in PDBC, that is Python to database connectivity. These are the protocols, correct? Right? If you have not studied, don't worry, I will teach you this one. No need to worry this one. Is that clear? Guys, these are the 5 protocols that you need to follow whenever you want to connect a Python with any database. It need not to be MySQL, with any other database. Is that clear? Okay, great. Similarly, just take the screenshot. Take the screenshot. This is diagram number 2. I hope you people would have taken the screenshot. Let me just share you the notes. Okay. Below this, please write the diagram number 2. That means, once again, I'll be asking the question. Please tell me, whenever you want to make a database request, that is DB request, how many things you need to enter? That means how many things you need to give? 4 or 5? How many information you have to provide? Just I have told. How many information? 4 or 5? It's a straight question. How many protocols you need to follow? Don't you think 5? That is host, port number, username, password, database name. Similarly, whenever you want to make a web request, at that point of time, what you're supposed to do, if you ask me, it is very, very simple. Observe properly. Whenever you want to make a web request, assume that from the client to the server, assume that client will be acting, that is, a web browser will be acting as a client, web server will be acting as a server. Just now I have written the diagram, right? Couple of minutes back. At that point of time, you'll be entering the URL. Like this here. This is what the protocol. I can just tell this is what the URL that you have entered. What is the URL that you have entered? www.instagram.com, correct, right? But in reality, what will happen? Don't you think this is how the protocol will look like? See here, this is how the protocol will look like. It may be HTTP or it may be HTTPS /localhost port number application name. This is how the things will be there. Sir, can you please write it in English, sir? Those things you have written in some other language. Can you please write it, sir? Yes, 100% I will write. HTTP means what? It's a web service name. Localhost means what? It is a host or IP address. 800 means what? It's a port number. Next, at last, application name will come. That means like this, it will be there. Is that clear for everyone? Whenever you want to make a web request, this is how you have to follow the protocol. You need not enter every time HTTP or HTTPS. If you are entering www.google.com, instagram.com, automatically in the background like this it will take. Is that clear for everyone, guys? Please do respond. Is that clear? Okay. Hope that you have taken the screenshot of this diagram number 2. Have you taken the screenshot? Okay, that's great. I would like to share you the notes. That is day 3. This is what the basics you should be aware before learning Django. Is that clear for everyone? I hope I have taught the basics. That's all. What is server? What is client? What is request? What is response? What is DB request? What are the protocols? What is web request? What are the protocols? Everything I have taught. Is that clear for everyone? Shall I proceed further? If you tell me to proceed further, I'll proceed. Okay, very good. What is Django? What is Django? Again, I'm asking the same question. What is Django? Yes, it's a very straightforward question. What is Django? Okay, fine. It's a framework. Okay, very good. Django is a framework. Are people aware of the difference between these things? What do you mean by functions? What do you mean by modules? What do you mean by package? And what is the meaning of framework? Are you aware of this? If you are not aware of this, 100% don't worry. Maybe in Python you would have learned. That means you have learned what is the meaning of functions, module, package, framework. If not, I will teach what is function, what is module, what is package, what is framework in detail. That is my responsibility. Don't worry, I will teach that. But right now, let us not deviate from the actual topic. The next heading happens to be very simple. The commands that are involved in Django. That means you have to leave 2 to 3 sheets as blank. Sir, why we have to leave 2 to 3 sheets as blank? Whatever the command that I will teach in the complete Django course, let it be there in a single side, maybe in the initial couple of sheets. Will that be fine? Yes, is that clear? Please leave sufficient amount of space. Maybe in between after 5th class, 6th class, maybe on a daily basis, I might be telling some commands that are involved in Django framework. That command should be there in a single sheet of paper. That means in a single set, it should be there. That is the reason after giving the heading as commands involved in Django framework, what you have to do, you have to leave some 2 to 3 sheets of space. But right now in today's class, I will write something. Some of the commands I will write. But you make sure that you'll be leaving some space, 1 or 2 sheets. Is that clear? Okay, sir, what are the commands that are there in Django? Please tell me, what is the command that is used to install Django? Anyone? Or else how to install Django? Any idea? How to install Django? It's a very straightforward question. How to install Django? Or else just tell me the command used to install Django. I'll just open the browser. Is the browser is open for everyone? I hope the browser is open. I'll just tell djangoproject.com. Djangoproject.com. Download. You can download the latest version of Django here. Please tell me, guys, they have only given. In order to install the specific version of Django, you have to tell what pip install Django double equal to the version name you have to tell. And if you want the latest version, no need to enter this one. Directly just tell pip install Django. Automatically it will install the latest version. If I scroll down, see here, they have given all the graphs, all those things. You can just go through that. It is not necessary for the time being. What is the latest version? Anyone? What is the latest version of Django? Please be very quick. What is the latest version? Okay, some of them are telling 3.0. Okay, I'll just teach you how to install Django. You can install Django manually here. If not, from the command prompt, Windows R, you just type Windows R. You know, right, how to type Windows R. After that, enter CMD. Next, you just type the command. Okay, sir, what is the command? Pip install Django. Pip install Django. It may be the uppercase D or lowercase d, anything as such. Pip install Django. Is that clear for everyone? You just enter. Something is displayed. What is that? Requirement already satisfied. It is telling what? Requirement already satisfied. That means already Django has been installed in my laptop. That is the reason it told yes, already it has been installed. Or something it is telling upgrade pip and all. Maybe let me just upgrade pip. It is not necessary. It's okay, fine. Let me just upgrade pip. Python it should work now. Okay, cool. Don't worry about this command. I'm just updating the pip. I'm just upgrading the pip. That is not a part of this course. I will tell what is pip, all those things I will tell. You don't worry about that. Right now you got the clarity about how to install Django. Please do respond. Did you get the clarity about how to install Django? Okay. If you want to install a specific version of Django, how to install it is very simple. You just tell pip install Django, pip install Django, double equal to, you just enter the version name. It may be 3.0.2. You want to install this, click on that. Is that clear here? If you're installing that 100%, it will uninstall the previous, see here, it is uninstalling the previous version and it is installing the new version. The previous version happens to be 2.2.13 was installed in my laptop, but it is installing the new version that is 3.0.2. Are you able to understand, guys? Please do respond. Are you able to understand? It is installing. Okay, let it take some time. Yeah, successfully installed Django 3.0.2. Now I want to check what is the version of Django. How to check the version of Django? Assume that I just want to check the version of Django. It is very simple. The command happens to be pip show Django. Sir, nothing I'm able to understand, sir. I'm not able to cope up with the commands, whatever you're entering. For me, a lot of times I have entered the command. That is the reason it is there in my mind. But for you, it takes some couple of days in order to go through the commands. Is that clear? Pip show Django. If I enter, it will show the version of Django. See here, 3.0.2. I have updated, and it is telling a high-level Python web framework that encourages rapid development. And see here, author Django Software Foundation, official document, that is official website, and the author's email ID. You can just send a mail, and the location, all those things, everything it is telling. Is that clear for everyone? Please do respond. Is that clear? Or else you can use this one also. Pip show Django hyphen version. It will display the same answer. See here, same thing, it has been displayed. Is that clear for everyone? How to install Django and how to check the version of Django? Is there any doubt for anyone? Guys, I want a genuine response from your side. Is that clear for everyone? How to install Django and how to see the specific version? Okay, this is how you should be installing Django. Go to command prompt and type the following command, pip install Django. In some of your laptop, if you're entering pip install Django, it will not be installed. At that point of time, what to do? Please don't contact me at that point of time. Search in Google. If not, just do one thing. I would have given the other commands as well. If it is not installing, the one I'm telling, if the Django is not been installed using the above command, whatever I have written, please use these two commands. Pip3 install Django or Python space -m space pip install Django. Is that clear? Please use these two commands if the Django is not been installed using this command directly. Sir, even though if it is not installing, what to do, sir? Struggle, scratch your head. Last, if you're not able to install, please contact me. I will help you out how to install Django. Next, in order to check the version, that means in order to install the specific version of Django, what we have to do? Please tell me. In order to install the specific version of Django, what we have to do? In order to install the specific version of Django, this is what the command that we have to use. Pip install Django double equal to version we have to tell. That's all. See here. This is what we have to follow. That means I have installed one version, right? Maybe example, I can just tell like this. This is what the example that I have thought. That means This is what the version that I have installed. Pip install Django double equal to 3.0.2. Is that clear for everyone? Yeah, how to check the version of Django? There are two commands that I have told. First one, pip show Django. Next, pip show Django double hyphen version. I hope you people are able to understand. Is that clear for everyone? Are you able to go through the things? Please do respond. Okay, fine. Today itself, you have to open your laptop. You have to install Django. You have to check the version. Sir, I have not installed Python, sir. Then you are ultra legend. Nothing can be done. First install Python. Later install Django. Please make sure that Python and Django has been installed in your laptop. Let us just move on to the next topic. Is that clear? Take some 10 seconds of time and you can just go through the points, whatever I have written. Please go through this. Take some 10 seconds of time. Maybe if you're watching the recorded video, you can pause the video. You can just update the notes. Guys, no one I'm telling, please leave some 2 to 3 pages of space. That means 2 to 3 blank pages. 2 to 3 blank pages. Survive blank pages. Why? Because in future, there are a lot of commands that I will tell. Please write there also. It should be there in the initial pages also. Is that clear? So that whenever you're revising, it will be very easy for you to remember the commands. Is that clear for everyone? Shall I proceed? Okay, great. The next heading or the next topic is very, very simple. Observe properly. What is the difference between project and application? Any idea? What is the difference between project and application? Is there any difference or project or application same? Is there any difference or it is same? Think and answer. Guys, my question is very simple. Difference between project and application. That's all. Difference between project and application. If you're not aware of the difference between project and application, I will teach you. Don't worry. Please tell me which is the diagram number. Can people tell me the diagram number? It is 2 or 3. Okay, it's diagram number 3. Okay, great. Let me just share you the whiteboard. Open the diagram. Okay. Right now, you'll understand the difference between the project as well as the application. Listen properly. Assume that he is the customer or the end user. I will tell he is the customer or the end user. As a customer or the end user, what is your duty? You will try to access the application, right? 100% you will try to access the application. I'll just tell he is the end user or customer, end user or customer. Okay. Now, assume that there is one project which has been developed. Okay, sir, what is the name of the project? I can just tell the name of the project happens to be banking project. I'll just tell this happens to be banking project. Banking project. Don't you think within the banking project, there are a lot of applications that can be there? Sir, what are the applications that can be there? If you consider a banking project, don't you think loan application will come? Yes or no? How many of them will agree with my point? So many loans they will offer. They will not mess up the things. For home loan, they'll be having a specific application. That means for home loan, I will just tell this happens to be the home loan. Within banking project, in order to issue the home loan, they're having a separate application. Similarly, in order to issue the personal loan, they'll be having the separate application. I can just tell this happens to be personal loan. Personal loan. Similarly, don't you think in order to check your transaction, they'll be having their banking application, yes or no? They'll be having their banking app. 100% correct. This is home loan application. I can just tell this happens to be home loan app. Next, this happens to be personal loan app. Personal loan app. Maybe the above one happens to what? The above one happens to be the banking application, that is bank app. Like this, there might be several applications. Correct, right? Sir, getting my point. There might be several applications. Yeah, very good. Credit card, debit card. There are several applications. Similarly, in order to install this application, don't you think configuration files will be there along with that? Yes or no? Technically, I will tell. Configuration files means what? CF, I will tell. CF. CF. What is CF? I want you to tell the answer. What is CF? Configuration files. Is that clear? CF means what? Configuration files. Now tell me, what is a project? If you just look at the diagram, what is project? I want you to tell the answer. What is project? Project is a collection of applications. Project is a collection of applications and their corresponding configuration files. Yes or no? Project is a collection of applications and their corresponding configuration files. Don't you think whenever you're installing banking application, their corresponding configuration files you have to install? That means automatically it will be installed. You need not to worry. Guys, don't worry. I will show how the things will be there. And now tell me, what is application? What is the definition of application? It is very simple. I will take out one application. Let us just take out the banking application from this particular project. Let me just take out the banking application. I will tell this happens to be the banking application that you people will be using. I hope in everyone's mobile, if you are having the account, you'll be having the banking application in your mobile or laptop, correct, right? It may be Kotak Mahindra, it may be ICICI. Assume that banking application. Within this banking application, so many information they will give. What is that information? You can check your balance. Next, you can transfer the amount. Next, what you can do? Please think and answer. You can check the balance. You can transfer the amount. Next, like this, so many activities you can do. Yes or no? In your banking application, like this, so many activities you can do. You can check your balance. You can transfer the amount. Correct, right? There are a lot of things that you can do in your banking application. Now tell me, what is application? In order to check your balance, if you click on balance, don't you think in background some task will get executed? It will display the balance. If you're transferring some amount, maybe some 10,000 or 20,000, don't you think in the background some programs will run? And because of that programs, the task will be executed. That is the reason. If someone is asking what is application, your answer should be very simple. Application is a group of programs which are used to perform some task. Yes or no? Application is a group of programs. Application is a group of programs which are used to perform some task. This is the basic definition, whatever I can tell for a project and application. Is that clear for everyone? Yes, please do respond. Is that clear for everyone? Shall I proceed further? Project is a collection of application and their corresponding configuration files. Application is a group of programs which are used to perform some task. As an end user, you'll be having the access towards this complete banking project. That means you'll be having the access towards the application as well as the configuration files. Just do one thing, just take the screenshot of this diagram number 3. You should be very quick in taking the screenshot, or else you can pause the video and you can take the screenshot. Let me just do one thing. Let me just share you the notes. That is day 3. Okay, I'll just paste it. Sorry, not this one. Let me just open the whiteboard. Just copy this. Come back here, and I would like to paste it here. Okay. Is that clear for everyone? Shall I proceed now? Now you got the basic idea about what is project, what is application. Now, without wasting the time, let us just move further and learn what is the meaning of Django project and what is the meaning of Django application. Is that clear? I'll just do one thing. The next heading happens to be Django project and Django application. The next heading happens to be Django project and Django application. Yeah, observe properly. It is very simple. Let me just share you the whiteboard. You have to write the diagram number 4, a simple diagram. A chota diagram is what I'm going to write. Let me just share you the whiteboard. And I would like to write the diagram. Assume that this happens to be the project. This happens to be the project. I'll just tell this is the project. Okay. After developing the project, don't you think it should be running on the server? Then only there is a weightage for the project. Then only you can see the project, yes or no? After developing the project 100%, it should be available on the server. That means whatever the Django project that you have done, whatever the Django project that is there, right? It should be there. Where? It should be there on the server. Okay, sir, what kind of server you'll make use of, sir? I will not make use of Tomcat, all those things. Django will provide a built-in server. Django will provide a built-in server. The name of the built-in server happens to be Django Development Server. Is that clear? Django Development Server. Django Development Server. And if it is a server, don't you think there should be a default port number? The default port number happens to be 8000. That is what the default port number. Is that clear for everyone, guys? Whatever I'm trying to write. Now tell me, what is a project? What is a project? Just now I have told. What is a project? Project is a collection of application and configuration files. Yes or no? Project is a collection of what? Application and configuration file. I'll just tell this happens to be within the Django project. I can create app number 1. This is the application number 1. This is application number 2. Like this, thousands of applications you can create within one Django project. Is that clear for everyone? App 1, App 2, App 3 are technically referred as what? App 1, App 2, App 3 are referred as what? Django application. Django application. Is that clear? By looking at the diagram, this is diagram number 4. I would like to write this happens to be D4. I will tell. Please make sure that in a very quick manner you will take the screenshot. Now tell me, looking at the diagram, what is a Django project? I can tell like this: a Django project is a collection of applications and configuration files which are used to form a complete web application. Yes or no? That's what the definition that I can tell. Next, Django project will be deployed on a built-in server which is running on the port number 8000. Next, a Django application is responsible to perform some of the tasks in the web application. Is that clear? Yes, it's very simple. If you have taken the screenshot, let me just write the note points. I'll just do one thing, diagram number 4. Okay. Let me just give the note points, whatever I have told. See here, what is a Django project? A Django project is a collection of applications and configuration files which are used to form a complete web application. Next, a Django project will be deployed on a built-in web server, which is running on the port number 8000. Yes or no? Built-in server. What is the name of the built-in server? Just now I have told. Django development server. Django development server, which is running on the port number 8000. Next, a Django application is responsible to perform a particular task in the web application. 100% yes. Sir, how, sir? All those things you're getting to know after a couple of, maybe in next class or in the next session, you'll be getting to know about that. If I just take the same example, see here, the complete banking project will be called as Django project, yes or no? The complete banking project, whatever I have told, the complete banking project will be called as what? Django project. Now tell me, under that particular banking project, there are so many applications that I have told. What are the applications? Please tell me, what are the application? Maybe it may be the loan applications will be there, insurance applications will be there, registration applications will be there, some configuration files will be there. Yes or no? I will write it under banking project. See here where I have written. Let me just indent it properly so that you people will not be getting confused. See here, under this banking project, this loan application, insurance application, loan application, insurance application, registration application, configuration files, all those things will come. Is that clear? Shall I proceed? Because all those things is not a very difficult job to understand. You have to understand the definition, that's all. Once I start with the project, you'll start to enjoy. These are the theory part, that's all. But it should be there in your notes. That is the reason I'm explaining. Is that clear? Shall I proceed further? Okay, one more question they'll be asking in the interview. What do you mean by pluggable Django application? It's a very important interview question. Now, I'm telling, in the interview, they'll be asking, what do you mean by pluggable Django application? The note point I will tell. Within this note point, the heading happens to be pluggable Django application. Sir, what is the meaning of pluggable Django application, sir? It is very simple, guys. Observe properly. Assume that maybe here, okay. Here you have developed one home loan application, personal loan application for ICICI Bank. Assume that you have developed for ICICI Bank. For example, tomorrow one more bank will come, Kotak Mahindra, they will come. Do you think once again from scratch you are going to develop the home loan, personal loan app as well as banking application, or some small modification you are going to do? You only tell me. For example, you are running one company. You have developed a banking project for ICICI. Tomorrow, Kotak Mahindra will come. Do you think once again from scratch you will start to build the application, or you will do the small modification using the existing Django applications? 100% you will make use of the existing Django application. Technically, that is only referred as what? Pluggable Django application. If you just ask me what is the definition of pluggable Django application, the Django application can be plugged into other projects. That means we can reuse the Django application. That is only technically referred as what? Pluggable Django application. Is that clear for everyone? Is there any doubt for anyone? What is the meaning of pluggable Django application? Okay. One more question I will tell. Please tell the answer. Without existing a project, that means without a project, is there a chance of creating a Django application? Yes or no? Yes or no, that's all. If you look at the diagram number 4, easily you can tell the answer. Look at the diagram number 4. Look at the diagram number 4. My question is very simple. Without creating Django project, is it possible to create a Django application? 100% no. Without creating the Django project, you cannot create the Django application. Is that clear? First, you have to create the Django project. Later, you have to create the Django applications. Is that clear for everyone? Shall I proceed further? Okay, great. That note point also I will give. Okay, without existing Django project, there is no chance of existing Django application. So before creating the Django application, we should create a Django project. Now we will learn how to create a Django project. Okay, sir, how to create a Django project? Don't worry, that I will show, that I will take care. How to create a Django project. The next topic is very simple, creation of Django project. Before that, please take some 10 seconds of time and please scan whatever I have written. That means scan means you have to read, that's all. Or else you can pause the video and you can just update your notes. Okay, if it is clear, I'll just proceed further. I know in today's class, I'm just teaching so many things. Why? Because, yeah, the actual technical topic should start. That is the reason. Okay. Now, what I have to teach, you only tell me. Do you think I have to teach how to create the application first, or I have to teach how to create the project first? What I have to teach, you only tell me. As just now I have told one sentence. Without a Django project, there is no chance of existing Django application. That means, don't you think I have to teach how to create a Django project? Yes or no? I have to teach you how to create a Django project. Okay. Okay, sir, how to create a Django project? I'll just write you the command to create a Django project. Observe properly. Now see here. Here I have written the command. Here I have written the command to create a Django project. What you will do? The same thing. Don't you think? Here also you have to write. Similarly, here also I have to write where you have left some space. Yes or no? Yes, sir, getting my point? Here also I have to write command, whatever I have told. There also I have to write. Why? Because whenever you're revising, it is very easy for you. Okay. Okay, sir, what is the command which is used to create the project? Observe properly. This is what the command that is used to create the project. Django -admin start project space the project name. Is that clear? Django -admin start project space the project name, whatever you want to create. For example, see here, I'll just do one thing. I'll just share you this complete screen. I hope the complete screen is visible for everyone. Is the screen is visible for everyone? Okay, if the screen is visible, what I will do, I'll just do one thing. Here itself, I'll create one folder and I will tell notes, and all the notes I will paste it there later. Next, I will create another folder. Maybe the folder name happens to be projects. I will tell within this projects, I will create another folder. Maybe the folder name happens to be Django. I will tell it is there in the desktop. I will open the command prompt. Okay, sir, how to open the command prompt? It is very simple. See here, CMD. You just click here, type CMD or the shortcut Control L. Control plus L. L means love. Control L. Automatically it will go there. Enter CMD. See here, you will be redirected to the path where exactly you want to execute or create your project. Is that clear for everyone? Sir, I don't know, sir, how to go to this path. It is very simple. Once again, I will teach you how to go to the path. Same path I want to get inside. That is the reason what I will do. Windows R. See here, how to enter into the path. See here within Sandesh, desktop is there. CD. That means change the directory. Desktop. I'll just tell desktop. Next, I will enter into the folder name called as Django plus REST API. Django plus REST API. Within that, already I have created a folder called as projects. I will enter into that. Next, I have created one folder called as Django. I will enter into that. Right now, there is nothing. See here, there is nothing. Is that clear for everyone? Right now, within Django, there is nothing. If you want the clarity, I will just show you that. Is there any file or folder which is being created? Is there any file or folder? 100% no. Now observe properly. I will enter the command. I will enter the command. You have to observe the change. You have to observe the change. Let me just enter the command. What is the command which is used to create the project? Just now I have told. What is the command? Yes, just now I have told. What is the command which is used to create the project? Django-admin. Django-admin space start project space the project name. Sir, this is the only command which is used to create the project, sir. 100% no. There is one more command. As and when the time comes, I will tell. But right now, this is the basic command. Everyone will be using this basic command. Django-admin start project space the project name which you want to create. I will tell the project name happens to be demo project. I will tell demo project. The project name happens to be demo project, or else project number 1 I will tell. Okay, let it be demo project. Demo project I will tell. As soon as I click enter, you have to observe in the background something will be created. It is taking some time. Don't you think it took some time? And how many of them are able to observe a brand new folder got created? How many of them observed in the background? A brand new folder got created. I have not created that. Django created. Are able to understand? I will double click on that. See here, I will minimize this one. I will double click on this. I'll go back. Let me just write the Things here. If I double click on this, another folder is there with the same name called as demo project. Are you able to observe? Please tell me, are you able to observe? Same name, whatever I have given. Another folder is created within the package called as Django, that is demo project. Another sub package got created called as demo project with the same name. And one Python file is there, that is manage. So how come you will tell Python file, sir? py file. See here, py file. And within the sub package, there are a couple of files. How many files are there? Guys, each and every file I will tell why it is used. I will give the clarity. But right now, how many files are there? Just tell the number. Today there are 5 files. Today there are 5 files. I will just share you the whiteboard. Please tell me the project structure. This is the demo project. Demo project. I'll just tell this is the main package. Main package. Under the main package, don't you think another sub package got created with the same name? Demo project, same name. This is sub package. Sub package. What is package? Already I have told. I will explain. You should have learned in Python. If not, I will explain in Django. Don't worry. Next, within this particular sub package, don't you think? And on another one, see here, within the main package folder level, main package, there is a file called as manage.py. Manage.py. Within the folder called as demo project, there are 2 files. There are 2 things. Which are those? Demo project is a file, that is a folder, and this is a file. I can write like this. Just give me 1 minute. I'll arrange in the proper manner. Okay. Is there any doubt for anyone if I write like this? See here. This is how the structure is there, right? Yes or no? This is how the project structure will look like. Now you have to tell me, under this demo project, how many files you have seen? Just now you have seen, right? Please be very quick. 5 files. Okay. Can people name the 5 files in the order, same order? We'll see how many of them will try to recollect. It's okay in the different order. _init, _.py. Don't worry, I will explain what is this file in detail. Why this file is created, everything I will tell. Next, what is the next file? Think and answer. asgi.py. Guys, if you want, you can just observe here. See here. See here. asgi settings.py URLs WSGI. Please try to remember. I hope you people are having a very good IQ level. After asgi, what is the next one? Settings.py. Settings.py. After settings.py, one more file is there. What is that? urls.py. urls.py. After urls.py, wsgi.py. Web server gateway interface. Don't worry, I will explain all those things in detail. I will explain. Now tell me, it is a main package. It's a main package. It's a sub package. It's a sub package. Sir, what are these files are called as, sir? These files are technically called as configuration files. Is that clear for everyone? Please tell me, what are these files called as? Configuration files. I told you, right? Project is a combination of configuration files plus what? Application. Sir, where is application, sir? I have not taught you how to create the application. That I will take care. But don't you think it's a project level configuration files? Yes or no? These are project level configuration files. Project level configuration files. Is that clear for everyone? Today, how many files are there? That also I have to remember. Today, there are 5 files. And this particular manage.py is also available within the project level. That is main package. Please take the screenshot of this. I will tell you. Please take the screenshot. What is this diagram number? I don't remember. Guys, please tell me the diagram number. Diagram number 4 or 5? I hope it is diagram number 5 or 4. I will only see that whether it is diagram number 5 or 4. Or it is diagram number 5. Okay, diagram number 5. Okay, I hope you people would have taken the screenshot of this. If you have taken the screenshot, day 3 I will open. Okay, in the day 3 command used to create the Django project. This is what the command. and I have created one Django project. What is the name of the Django project? Demo project I have created. Okay, great. Diagram number 5. Okay. Now, don't you think I have to execute the particular project on the development server? Yes or no? I have to execute the project on the development server. For that also one command is there. Sir, what is the command, sir? The command used to run Django development server. Already I have told guys, Django will provide a built-in server. The technical name happens to be Django development server. How to run that? What is the command? If you ask me, it is very simple. In order to execute the following command, whatever I will tell, you have to get inside the main package folder. That means this is what the command, see here, this is what the command, Python space manage.py space run server. You have to get inside where exactly manage.py is available. That means it's very simple. Observe properly. What you have to do also I will tell. I will open the particular folder. Let me just open the folder. Demo project. I will open the command prompt. Right now, don't you think I'm inside Django? I'm inside Django. I will tell cd, that means change directory. I should get inside the project, yes or no? Right now, if I tell dir directory, see here, is there any manage.py file? 100% there is no manage.py file. I should get inside or I should enter inside where exactly the manage.py file is there. Why? Because I have to enter the command, right? I have entered into the demo project. Now, if I tell dir 100% manage.py file is there. Now I can enter that particular command. What is the command? Python space manage.py, Python space manage.py, run server, that is what the command, Python space manage.py space run server. If I click enter, you only observe the server will be executed. It will take some time. See here, the server got executed. I will copy this. I will go back to the browser. Now, if I paste it here, one simple question I will ask, just tell me the answer. Without Django application, see here, whether I have created a Django application or not, you have to guide me. Do you think I have created a Django application? Please do respond. I have created a Django application. Yes or no? 100% no. I have not yet created a Django application. But my question is very simple. Without a Django application, is that possible to execute the Django project on the development server? Yes or no? 100% yes. If it is yes, you will be getting the output. See here, if I press enter, see here, it is working fine. That means the Django server is running. How many of them understood up until this point? Please do respond. How many of them understood? Yes, it's very simple. So here, in order to execute this command, what do you have to do? In order to execute the following command, we have to move inside the folder where manage.py file is available. Is that clear? That means inside the main project folder, in bracket, main package folder. Is that clear for everyone? I hope it is completely clear. Next, in the interview, if they're asking this question, what should be your answer? Is that possible to deploy the Django project on the built-in development server without creating a Django application? What should be your answer? Yes or no? Just now I have thought you should be telling the answer. Proper answer you have to tell. Yes, it is possible. Is that clear? And after every project, I will be giving the steps like this. What are the steps to run the Django development server? Please tell me what are the steps that I have followed. These are the steps, right? Python manage.py space run server. We have to enter the command, copy the URL, open any browser, send a request by pasting the URL. You will get the response. Is that clear, guys? Is that clear for everyone? First, enter the command, copy the URL, open any browser, send the request by pasting the URL in the browser address bar. Browser address bar. A browser address bar means where I have entered the URL, and you will get the response. Okay, define web server. I hope already I have defined web server, but once again, I'm going to define web server just for your clarity. Why? Because just now we have used Django development server, which is nothing but a web server. Web server is a software which provides the environment to run our application. That means to run our web application. Is that clear? Right now, one project is being run on the web server. How many of them understood till here? Please do respond. Is that clear for everyone? I want a genuine response. Okay. In the next class, I will teach you how to create the application and I will give you the clarity about each and every file. Is that clear for everyone? Shall I conclude here? Okay. Please make sure that you'll be updating your notes and you'll be typing the program and whatever I have taught in today's class. Guys, don't you think some technical things you have learned in today's session and some of the new commands you have learned? Now you only tell me, without a proper practice, without writing the proper notes, do you think it is possible to learn the Django in the initial days? Guys, once you get the hands-on experience, 100%, I'm only telling directly you type, no need to write the notes. But initial couple of days, please make sure that you'll be maintaining a proper notes. Okay, if it is completely clear, we will halt a technical discussion here and we will see in the next session.